rating every book that I read in 2025. Starting with Children of Dune by Frank Herbert. I read the first Dune book a long time ago, and this is the third book in the series. I was hesitant to read past Dune Messiah because I loved the cast of characters, but it was actually really good. Dune reignited my love for reading, so I do have a soft spot for it. I rated this book a 4 out of 5. The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. This is about a young black girl that yearns for blue eyes, light skin, yellow hair. She's bullied and she believes that these features will allow her to fit in. This is a reflection of our obsession with beauty, our connection with beauty to perfection, and where beauty lands in terms of being loved. It's a coming of age story, and Toni Morrison has become one of my favorite authors. This is a definite 5-star read, and I highly recommend it. Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. There's a story about a young man who every Tuesday meets with an old professor of his, Morrie, who was diagnosed with ALS. And through the weekly meetings, he witnesses Morrie kind of lose strength, but also gets to know more about him and his outlook on life and death. I think that it's simple, it's impactful, it's very touching. I think that everyone who reads it will get something out of it. I rated it 4 stars and I recommend this book. Foundation by Isaac Asimov. It looks short, but this is a novel that spans, I think, like 10,000 years. It's just a young man who meets a genius that becomes kind of his mentor, but honestly, that part doesn't really matter. There's a rotating cast of characters, and it's a story about religious pageantry, about commerce, about barbarism versus science. It's a classic sci-fi, definitely iconic. I can see Dune and Star Wars in this. Again, like, it's super political, so I don't recommend this for everybody. It's all dialogue, so it can get kind of boring. I did enjoy it, and I recommend it for science fiction fans. 3 stars. Upstream by Mary Oliver. This is an observational stream of consciousness collection of essays, and it features the author reflecting on literature, on writing, on the natural world, and the connections that bind the two. I would say like 80% of this I just didn't connect with. One thing that I did notice is that Mary Oliver is extremely passionate and excruciatingly thorough. The prose was ornate and poetic and beautiful, but the reading experience for me was just a bit of a slog. I found myself not caring. I would recommend this to somebody who's maybe like a huge literary nerd or really passionate about writing, but if you're none of those things, you might have a hard time connecting to this. I rated this a 2 to 2.5 stars. Annie John by Jamaica Kincaid. There's another coming of age story about a young girl. What makes this story good is that it's so familiar. Girlhood is universal. How you feel about your friends growing up, how they're your whole world, or the mother and daughter relationship that is equal parts love and hate. Jamaica Kincaid was fantastic at making like the mundane everyday things really important and finding meaning in that, and I really loved this book. I rated it a 4 stars, maybe like a 4.5, 4.25. I really recommend this.